Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Mafia Roundtable. It's a Callie's Corner Unfiltered. 2 minutes early. So All-Star, hope you had that in the betting pool. So hope everybody's having a great day. I still have my gym clothes on, folks. Rough day today, very rough day. Wound up leaving the gym early, just busy, running all over the place. But I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody had a better day than I did. But we get through it. It's the end of the day. Put my head on my pillow, go to sleep, wake up tomorrow. We start all over nice and fresh, hopefully with a clear head. So we have a lot going on. Also, people, whoever signed up for the beta testing for our gaming app, Rise to Power, out of all the people that signed up, you have to meet the criteria. You have to own the coin itself. We'll verify with your wallet and give the proper information. We had two people try to get in under the radar. No. So don't submit a false wallet. There's ways to check it. So we're checking it. Two people out of the people that signed up already. We're fugazi. But just buy some coin. These are our loyal followers, our people that are committed. You have the beta testing of the game to go through it, see how you like it, see what changes need to be made. We work with each other. We're a family. So I want your input, your likes, your dislikes, or maybe no likes, maybe no dislikes. But I hope you guys have fun. It should be out in the next day or two. So just hold tight. We're just fine tuning a few things with the game. So it'll be something less you don't have to complain about. So with that, and to get OCN, folks, it's not that difficult. Go on any exchange, you buy crypto, you buy Solana coin, open up a Phantom wallet, transfer your Solana to the Phantom, and then on there you'll see it says coin swap. Put the Solana up top, punch in OCN, we come up, boom, put it at the bottom, hit it, and it swaps it out. Simple as that. So it's really not that difficult. If you need help, call Cynthia. Cynthia loves that one. Hello, Francisco, Tommy, Anthony, Shay. What's going on? Good to see you. Pizza. What's up? We got the pizza guy here. Johnny Privilone, All-Star. Who else? Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. Wise guy. What's going on? Eric Taylor. Good to see you. Hey, Dom. Eric from Liverpool. We got Liverpool in the house. How much were you making a week in the Mafia? Thanks. My money's varied. So I had a lot of legitimate businesses, but some weeks good money, some weeks not so good. So it just varied. It varied, but I did well. Frank S., what's going on? Big Arms in the house. James, Tina, nice to see you. Raphael, let's go down the list. We have another John in the house. What's going on? Where is Anna? I saw Anna. There you go. Anna, what's going on? Hello, everyone. Frank S. A lot of people. Pastor of Muppets. Hello from Debt Valley. RL380, what's going on? Good to see you. Moonstar, what's going on? So we have Gambino. What's going on? From Jamaica, bro. There we go. That's the way we rock and roll here. So today we're going to go into our favorite gremlin. I don't know. I get it. I get a hair up my nose, and there we go. It's funny. It's really funny how things change, tides turn. What bothers me most of all, and I don't deprive anybody of anything, but how could these vetted seasoned reporters, these news reporters, these broadcasters, look at this person, this not so nice person, and look up to him for his opinion? His opinion. Like I said, sex crazed, raven lunatic, who was basically a serial killer. And the biggest part of it all, I could understand when you're in the Mafia, folks, and you have to kill somebody. You kill for reasons, because they did something. They're dangerous. They're trying to make a move. But Sammy killed a lot of people for no reason, to take their money, to take their companies. Um, that's a serial killer. That's somebody who's out of control. Give him a little power. He's a little person, and that's where John Gotti was getting fed up with him, without a doubt. But Sammy did carry that umbrella well. He held it well for him. And at the end of the day, and to hear what he does to women, and you know what, folks, I think he might have a little sugar in his tank, because no matter how mad I get at somebody, he got mad, he got irate at Jeff Nadeau. And I heard him. It's on one of, I didn't put the link up, but if you look at it, it's up there on YouTube, where he tells Jeff, come down to Arizona. I'll break your effing hole. I'll make you get on your knees and suck my. Wow, that's a man. A man says that. And the way it came off on him, like, didn't sound right. Didn't sound right. And here's another thing, and this comes from Billy Luna's channel, who was text to me today. And I did hear it in the past, but I didn't even think about it till now. Listen to this, folks.
Fighter S.J. Petty. This is a story that she told me about Sammy the Bull Gravano.
I did talk to an old friend of Sammy Gravano's, a guy who was in his teenage gang in Bensonhurst. The gang was called the Rampers. And he told me a really chilling story that was never reported, but I believe it because he witnessed it. He said that when he was 15, he's part of this gang, and Sammy decided to beat up a guy. They all beat him into the ground, kicking him in the head. He whipped him, and then Sammy urinated in his mouth. It wasn't enough to whip the man, or the kid. He had to urinate in his mouth. That's pretty bad. It was a story that stayed with me for years. This is
Sammy, the gremlin Gravano. He actually had sex with a guy, raped a guy. Could you believe that, folks? This is what this lady said. Somebody else was telling a story. And then he urinated on the guy. So this guy really is what we say an animal. Should have never been in the life. Doesn't know the life at all. If he knew the life, wouldn't have killed people for the money. Didn't have to kill people for the money. You know what? Yes, he's a legend. He's a legend because John Gotti. That's it. He got his claim to fame was John Gotti. Nobody else. He says Tato, but nobody knew him with Tato. So all that, I think he's a legend in his own mind. He's been through 5, 6, 7 mob wars. Now, I'm just joking with that. But he said 2 mob wars. Where, Sammy? Where? I mean, the guy's a joke. He's a clown. It's funny. He was in mob wars, and A-Light said it best. I think he only shot 1 person, 2 people. How were you in mob wars? So what? You're in a war. What'd you do then? What did you do? Nothing, Sammy. Sammy, you're just an old man who wants to be relevant in your new life of a rat, just like myself. But you know what? I am relevant. I do good for people. I help people out. I don't have to screw people over. I don't have to take advantage of women. And I don't have to put my tongue down women's throat, make sexual advances at women. And by the way, Sammy, I can't be set up on a phone call. Good try, though. By the way, folks, Sammy had Amina call me. She called. And of course, I'm not going to get baited. I'll speak to somebody. They're going to text me first. They're going to text me first their intentions or call back. But she never called back. So I can't be baited, Sammy. That's not going to happen. And even if I do get on a call, it's just, what could you say, Sammy? What could you say? You can't say anything. And obviously, folks, for Sammy not even to respond to anything, any of these, you have to call them, they're not even accusations, they're proof. I have them in text messages what people are saying. So for him not to even respond just adds credence to what I'm saying is correct. From the gun to him sexually assaulting women, groping on women, taking advantage of the women, not paying them, not even paying them properly. I mean, this guy's just a tyrant. $30,000 facelift. Sammy, we got it all. $30,000 for a facelift, but you can't pay your staff properly. You have women doing your laundry. You don't even want to pay them, Sammy, because they didn't fold it properly, Sammy. You really are. There is some mental issues with you. You need to back off. You need to go into your little gremlin hole and just leave YouTube. All you are is a waste. You know what? At one time, like I said, I liked you, but every time I came home from seeing you, I would tell my wife, I feel I'm drained. I'm with this guy. He drains, he sucks everything out of you. And it's really not a good feeling. I know when I left Michael, spoke to Michael Franchese, I left him. I felt energetic. I felt good about myself. It's like I wasn't worn out. It's like I had to go, oh, great guy, classy. We had great conversation with each other a few hours, and it went by like that. Sammy, it's like on pins and needles. You have to watch what you say. And really, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But, Sammy, I'm going to be a thorn in your butt. You think Mikey Scars is bad? I'm the voice for these women, Sammy. It's not going to happen. Snowball was on me. It's not going to happen, Sammy. So we're going to put a stop to all that, Sammy, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And you just really a piece of dookie. Just speechless over you. When I hear the way you speak, the way you talk, you're looking, you're pausing. No, that signs you're thinking of what to say, making sure you say what you remember your lies, Sammy. Because it's funny how now you say one thing, back then you said another. All that's going to stop. You're coming to an end. We're going to help. We're going to help. I know. And I'm okay with Mikey. We know we haven't spoke, but you know what? He's 100% right about you. He's 100% right about you, without a doubt. So, and everybody has their quirks, myself included. But at least I could say, even though I'm not talking to Mike, one thing I could say, he's not an evil person. You are complete evil. You're raw evil, pure evil, Sammy. And that's what you are. Folks, do you realize, and everybody wants to go to Sammy and interview him. Think about it. Think about it. They're interviewing somebody who has no remorse, killed a kid, can't even say sorry. Can't even say sorry. You got immunity for it. They can't come back and hit him with another charge. But he came and say he's sorry for killing. And that's a slimy part. That really is. And to do this to women because you drink, you have a drinking problem, Sammy. You have a few martinis and then that's it. It's on. You want to show people your Viagra, and that's disgusting, Sammy. Really, really. It really is. So anyway, if anybody wants to comment when more things come up, so there's Pierce Morgan, anybody else who puts them on, you guys, where's your character? Where's your character? I mean, where's your ethics? Putting this low life on, like, who is he? Who is he? He's a little evil old man that killed everybody in his path for money. Put money out there. Who knows what he'll do for money? That's the sad part. That's the sad part. Pizza says Sammy is really greasy. Did he not ask permission to kill his partners over money? Yeah, he didn't ask. He just did it. He just did it. Sammy went out and was just whacking people left and right. Give him a little power, he's off to the races. He's still doing it. Not killing, but he's screwing over all these girls working for him, abusing them. They think they're going to be stars. They're going to be in his movies. They're going to do this. He sells them a dream and then chops them off at their legs. He really is not a nice person. Anytime I watch Sammy, this is from Anthony. Anytime I watch Sammy, I feel like I need to take a shower afterwards. Me too. Me too. He's just grimy with his little cigar, like he thinks it's cool, cigarette, whatever he's smoking. You know, and really, he thinks he's God's gift. $30,000 facelift. Wow. Wow. Not like a facelift. A facelift. I knew his lips were looking funny too. I'm like, damn, he looks like his face is fuller. It's no longer sunk in. And you know what? I'm okay doing things like that. But when you're 80 years old, really, really, it's time to wrap it up. Anyway, she went for the hair plants. That would have been better. Get him a wig. Dennis, Dom, can we talk about when you worked under Sal the Ironworker? Well, I never worked under Sal the Ironworker. Actually, he was an acting captain. I like Sal. Sal was a good guy. Went out a few times, had a few cocktails, a few laughs. He didn't care too much for Joey Gambini. But Joey Gambino was a big earner. And he moved well, played it under the radar, did his thing, and that was it. And people would talk crap about him, but they talk crap because they didn't like him. They wanted to see his demise. And that's what's scary about the Mafia. Real scary. Anthony says, I do like Mikey Scars. He has been calling Sammy out for some time now. Yeah, his entire show is basically on Sammy. And you got to laugh. He does come out. He is a personable guy. I had a lot of laughs with Mikey. And he's funny. He's definitely funny. He's he's funny. You have to laugh. You do. Sonny says the OCN Mean King has arrived. We're no longer a meme, folks. We are registered as a utility. And we just filed the KYC. I was up at 4:30 this morning interviewing for it, giving them all the particulars of the company. So we will be KYC approved and have more paperwork in place. And that's extremely important when we go to make our run, which we're getting ready to do very shortly. Once the website is up, it's going to be linked to a great shopping cart, Shopify. We're doing things, a lot of different things. So just stay tuned. We're getting ready to blow this thing to the moon, without a doubt. Philly Bob, if everything they said about Sammy is true, that's sad. Listen, Philly Bob, if only 25% of what they said about Sammy is true, is sad, is really sad. Really is. Sammy is a lowlife. Absolutely. You know what? When a man can't take responsibility for what they did, Sammy still thinks he's a gangster. If you call Sammy a rat, he gets upset. You call me a rat, I don't get upset. It's true. I face reality. I face facts. Because if Sammy never cooperates and somebody like myself comes on, he would call me a rat. Simple as that. But Sammy doesn't look at it that way. He feels he was betrayed by John Gotti. Sammy's betrayed. Listen to this, folks. He was betrayed. He killed about 17 people on his own, taking their money, taking their companies, killed his own brother-in-law, but Sammy's betrayed. For no reason, he killed these people. No reason. To take their money, to take their assets. Maybe even to take their women or their boyfriends. I don't know. But he killed them for no reason. So he says he was betrayed. Wow. Wow. Isn't that a shock? I would go up to debate with him one-on-one anytime. Anytime we'll go back and forth. And I'll keep it respectfully. He won't be able to. He'll blow his top. He has that little Napoleon complex and he's not going to scare me. So, but, he's going to come off like a tough guy, using profanity left and right, because Sammy can't have an intellectual conversation, because Sammy will get crippled every which way, which I call it fact to fact. You ratted, I ratted. So now what? He still thinks he's a gangster. He's not a gangster. It's not a gangster. So, and I love the fact Sammy talks about he would have did time. He didn't do time. The only reason why he did time on the ecstasy was because they had him dead to rights. They had his whole family. So let me take the plea, let my family out because they really want me. And he made the deal. So, but they had them dead to rights. They were all going away for a long, long time if they went to trial. Trust me, Sammy's a fighter. If he got framed or set up, he's going to trial. but they had them dead to rights. Sammy wants everybody to believe he's the victim. He did the right thing. He wasn't involved in ecstasy. But funny how he takes the money every time. I'm not involved, but I'll take the money. So anyway, what we have? Leonardo says Sammy is a true POS and a joke, without a doubt. Dickie, Big Dom, how the heck is y'all? I'm enjoying some EG vodka and sitting bricked up from the man shot. Forget about it. Oh, Dickie, you're really going off. Now you got to get some OCN. Get some OCN and get some Always Lit cigars, the Three Capos. You're good to go. You're off to the races. Edward says, Dom, did you ever meet Al Bruno from Mass? No, I never did. CJ, do we have an, what's that? Expected, I'm sorry, my eyes are tired today. Complication date for the marketplace, OCN. CJ, every time I put out a date, it gets delayed. I'm at the hands of the coders. So whenever they work it out, hopefully we'll be up in the next 2 weeks with the new website, the new shopping cart, all the merchandise. We had a meeting this morning about it, so we'll see. Tony says, did you ever beat anyone up? Did he ever beat anyone up with his hands? I don't know. That's a good question. Or one-on-one. One-on-one, not 10-on-1. 10-on-1's easy. R. Cole says, where are you? Just skipped on me, R. Cole. Anthony says, John never told Sammy to take the rap. It doesn't make sense because they were both going to jail for life. Absolutely. I've never heard that. Big Arm says, Dom, what's your thought on the Bonanno associate from Bath Avenue crew who just got out? He killed an innocent woman. He was friends of Calandra. People help me out. Who just got out? What's it? Guzzo? Vito Guzzo? What are you talking about? I don't know. 2 of them got out. So, listen, everybody deserves a second chance. Hopefully they don't blow it. They don't mess it up. But it's difficult out there. It's really difficult out there. The stuff I'm getting on the Bananos, too, what a joke. What a joke. Michael Knowles is still like they despise him. They can't stand him. Tony Green's basically retired, doesn't want any part of it, tired and enjoying life. You have Bruno, from what I was told, driving around in his Mercedes, thinking who he is, barking, but what they said was he has no more bite in him. All bark, no bite. Michael's just staying low, having Ernie Aiello run all over the place, going to everybody. Ernie Aiello's they open up a restaurant, having people go in and out of the restaurant to show tribute. They think they're Joe Messina. Michael has everybody going to events all the time, from what I'm told, and it's just nobody likes him. Johnny Joe, I heard, and I don't know how true this is, I didn't confirm it, but just bought a new house, settling in, doesn't want, really rather lay low, stay in the cut. And the only problem Johnny Joe has is his son. His son's just a total idiot. So, but other than that, that's the Bonanno story right now. And I'm sticking to it. What else do we have? Sam Demand, how does Mike Franchese hang out with Scammy? Shaking my head. I don't know. Michael's really a good guy, very classy. Just, I guess, they had that big meeting, the big sit down, which looked good. And then Sammy's good. He puts up a good facade when you first meet him. But once you get to know him, you spend time with him, his true colors come out. He's disgusting. He'll be in the gym working out and just blow his nose just like that and let his boogers go all over the floor. I mean, he's that foul, that disgusting. He has no respect, no regard for anybody. Just listen, folks, we're sitting in a restaurant. And I think Anna, everybody was there. She could attest to this. Like a pig, grabbing the food with his hands. Like I'm using a fork. He's going with his hands. And then all of a sudden, when he puts the food in his mouth with his hands, he's cleaning his teeth. I'm like, okay, I ain't eating that shit anymore. I took my 1 or 2 bites. When I see him putting his hands back there, no. I mean, just, he's a disgusting, foul person. So Mike says, I'm in. I own 69K of OCN. Mike, if that's true, hold it, because we're taking it to the moon. That 69K is going to be worth millions. Trust me, we got a lot of big things going on. See that? There we go. There's the brand, Dom Sakali OCN. Powered by OCN. That's another catchphrase we're going to be saying. Powered by OCN. So we have Wise Girl Wear coming out. Wise Girl Wear, powered by OCN, Dom Sakali. Wise Guy Wear, powered by OCN. We have the gelatos that are coming soon. Just sent over the contract, signed it. So gelato, ice cream. We have a lot of different things going, folks. Just bear with us. Trust me, it doesn't happen fast enough. I'm always on the guys, but it'll happen. Mickey says, oh, sorry, Mick, you jumped on me. You went through the moon. Let's see, what do we have? I lost you, Mickey. Joseph, Tommy has been out. Oh, Tommy Reynolds. Yeah, he's been out for a while. Listen, I wish him the best. I never met him, but everybody deserves a second chance. Things happen, and hopefully he has remorse, and that's it. Pete says, historically, when I hear about the bananas war, I crack up. 77 the truth. 368 watching. Oh, 300. Oh, only 70. Oh, thank you. People, hit that like button. We have 416 people. Hit that like button. Come on, show me a little bit of love. That's all we ask here. We don't beg for money. We don't ask anybody for contributions. All we ask is please hit that like button. So, Anthony, Christian, Gasso had no chance of getting he would have got in the life. Okay, I have no idea what that's about. Big arms, you're right, Bob, named Tommy Reynolds. That's right. Lisa, hello, Lisa. Hello from, where is that? Lancashire, England. We got England in the house. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Go check out Michael Anderson, my boy Mick. Shout out to Mick. I'll be out in the UK soon, folks. We're coming out there. Lee Montoya, what's up? We called it Snot Rocket. Oh, yeah. Sammy's notorious for that. Notorious. I don't even know how the girls put up with him in the office, him doing that. I mean, just disgusting. Pete, I watch Sammy. I can't watch Sammy that much anymore. I know he's just it's crazy. EC, did you know Roy? He was an African American real estate broker from White Plains. Roy. You know what? I think I did know a guy, Roy. If he built houses, yes, I do know him. Actually, if it's the same Roy, he built my 2 houses on Bruner Avenue in the Bronx. So, yes. And he tried getting slick with us. If it's the same Roy, he tried getting slick. Weren't having it. The mobsters came out of me and Vinny at that time. Dennis, was there any sit-downs you had that meant possibly your life? Meaning any fights with other made guys, alleged stuff? No, I didn't have any sit-downs that my life was on the line. But I did put my hands on, what's his name? Gino Gillespie. Put my hands on him, busted him up, but I was ordered to. That if Gino was still being defiant, still being arrogant towards me, bust him up. And that's what I did. But that order was given to me. Louis Electric had to pull me off of him. Billy says, what happened to Camilla? Shows are better when she's around. LOL. I have to get what's that? Guess. Oh, it just skipped on me. I hate when it does it. Anna, stop playing. Stop. Anna keeps on moving my screen, folks. She has access to the computer and she keeps on flipping it on me. She doesn't hold it tight. Anna, stop it. Stop making me look like an ASS. Call Mick, like, bro, what they talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Dom's losing his mind, I think. Who else we have? JS218. Dom, was Tony Green a loose screw type or more laid back vibe? No, Tony Green was a laid back guy, wanted to party, go into nightclubs. Funny, one thing with Tony, one night, I go into the Garden City Hotel and he's there. He's with some guys. I'm with Big Jim McManus. Ace is with me. Say hello to everybody. And then he says, then he turns around. He says, hey, is that guy a cop? I said, no, he's not a cop. I'm talking Big Jimmy. I said, no, he's not a cop. He's gangster. So he says, oh. I says, what's up with your guys? He said, oh, well, that guy's a cop. I shook my head. When I went back, I told Vinny. Vinny said, this man lost his mind. Tony Green was a sweetheart. Really, really nice guy. Nice guy when I met him. I liked him till this day. Pat says, does Sammy watch Dom Sicali show? What do you think, Anna? You think Sammy's watching or he has his crew watching? No, I think he's watching, cringing, probably biting on his little cigar, cursing, blowing his nose, who knows, teeth coming out of his mouth because he's cursing so hard. That's what I think he's doing. Tony, thank you for the contribution. Need to get incarcerated Bob on the show. Huge gambler from Queens. And he slapped Nadu in AC. He's on X. Huge following with crypto. Guys, all right, we got to check it out. We got to check incarcerated Bob. Let me take a quick screenshot of it. Move that down. I'll give it to one of my peeps to look. See what I got to do? I'm by myself. I'm a one-man show like Joe Barone. Cynthia. Dom, Alan Kaiser's sister is in the chat. Well, thank you, Cynthia. I feel for you. I feel for your family. So sorry that animal did that. And my apologies. Not every, you know what? All mobsters aren't bad guys, really. It's just part of a life that we chose to take. I never really, can't say no, I never shook down people, legitimate people. It was always people, asked for opportunities, went into them strong, but never took advantage of people. And when I did something, especially after I cooperated, I gave my condolences, my remorse to the families. And if I felt a certain way, my victims felt a certain way for them. Some I wanted to take out, some I didn't. But I had to. It was part of the life. And these guys would have put a bullet in my head like that. But for your brother, my condolences. It's a sad day. Especially, I'm sure it's not even closure hearing Sammy say, I apologize. So I apologize that he's just an animal. And look past it. You don't need his apology because at this point, it's not sincere. So you don't even want it. And may he rest in peace. And at least you do have closure knowing who took out your brother. And again, I apologize for his actions. But when the guy upstairs wants you, says your time is up, your time's up. So, yes, he was 16 years old. I know that. And that's the sad part. RL380. Thank you for the contribution. Thanks, Dom, for the show, Big Dom. Thanks for the show, Big Dom. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. And you know what? Because people look at mobsters, you get mobsters, and I was just telling somebody, you get guys like Sammy, we call them gavones. We call them no class, no coot, nothing. They're just animals. And really, when people look at, you have guys like Sammy running around, makes everybody look bad. We're all not like that. Remember, folks, before anybody even knew I was straightened out, I was dealing with bankers, investors, people in the construction business, engineers, architects. Nobody knew who I was. I treated everybody fairly. They never had a clue I was a mobster until it came out in the newspapers. Then everybody scattered. So it's sad, but it's just not everybody's like that. Yeah, guys like myself, like Vinny, like Michael Franchese, classy, Funzy, classy guy. Anthony Donato, Tony Green, Joe Camerano. You have a slew of guys. You know what? Even Mickey Boy Paradiso, not a bad guy, really nice guy. I have a lot of fun with. Wasn't a bully, just doesn't, he's on a different level. But it's sad. Tommy Faris, I could go on. Even Tommy Schatz, a gentleman. These are guys who treated people respectfully, and they had power. And then I could go into the list of the Genovese, which is ridiculous. We got some more questions here. Let me not go on. Please hit that like button, folks. That's all we ask you. Just hit the like button if you're on for the first time. Dom, will the Bananos beat Nadeau? You know what? There was a lot of grumbling about that. There was a lot of grumbling out of Staten Island and Brooklyn. So I'm sure he was told back up, get off. But I don't know that for sure or for a fact. But who knows at the end of the day. I saw somebody asked about, okay, there we go. Let's go. Sam the Man says, please hit the like button. So is Dom Sicali. Hit that like button. Joe, thank you, Dom. Amen. And chat. Listen, come on anytime. I wish I could tell you more about what happened that night, but I don't know. But at least you do know who was responsible. And it's sad. It's sad, especially for somebody who didn't deserve to die, who's at the wrong place, the wrong time. It happens in life. It's just when God wants you, he wants you. But at least you got some closure. Look at the people that never had closure, never received closure, missing ones, family members, where they just don't know. So, again, and I'm so sorry that it had to be an animal, because if it was me, I would have definitely came sincerely soon I got out of prison, or maybe even from prison, sending my condolences, my apologies, explaining what happened, not doing it on social media. I would have definitely did something like that. But everybody's different. And again, thank you for coming on. And I hope you continue to come on, follow. We do have fun on here, the show sometimes. And we do talk about certain topics, and we help educate with finances, a lot of different things. We're going to be doing workout programs. So we have a lot to offer here. But thank you again. Big Dom, what did Hootie do to you? Hootie did nothing to me. Nothing at all. Just running his mouth on social media. This is before I came out. And they talked a lot of nonsense that wasn't true. Sitting on my house, waiting for me. He knew I was a force. He knew I was somebody dangerous because they mudded Vinny out at Rayo's. That never happened. That never happened, because if that happened, that night Vinny would have been at my house and we would have been rolling. Maybe even that night we were strapped up and went. But that's the way Vinny was. Vinny didn't sleep on anybody. So just his claim to fame with, and then taking over our strip club. They put the Gambino flag in the Mount Vernon Sue's Rendezvous. Never happened. The Albanians had that place. Didn't happen. But it is what it is. But Sammy didn't personally kill Alan. Lee, from what we were told, Sammy was the one who killed him. Sammy tried putting it on somebody else at the end of the day, the guy who he was with. So, at the end of the day, he was there. So, and knowing Sammy, yes, he probably did. Did you know Robert Borriello? He got a good channel. No, I don't know him. No, I know a Bobby Borriello. So, running his mouth on social media. That's all right. Let them run. Everybody's good. Everybody could be what they want to be on social media. Me too. I could be big Dom Sicali. There you go. Big Dom, did you know a deal with Calandra? Cantarella and his son. I met Richie, the son, too. I think they were both not quality. Not quality. Richie, nice guy, probably. You have a lot of laughs with him, but not my cup of tea. One of the guys who talk out of the side of their mouth, think who they are. He's the type of guy, the only time they'll kill somebody is if they outnumber him or walk them in. To my opinion, if I open hand smack them, he's not going to do anything. And to me, that's a punk. So that's my perception. And his son wasn't made for the life. I heard Loretta, his wife, was more gangster than him. So Dom, you need a vacation, LOL. We can't get a vacation. I will get a vacation when OCN hits $1. That's when I'll get a vacation. Tomorrow we'll be down by Jensen Beach, the location down there, the pizzeria. We're probably going to do a live with one of my partners down there to explain OCN, crypto world. And we're going to start doing segments on it to educate people, because this is the wave of the future. And don't be left behind. That's for sure. Jack says, Dom, we're going to have a sit down if you don't tell the story about Uncle Luca. Oh, Jack, I wanted to do it in the UK. We had Mick. I'm going to speak to Mick. We'll get that story out. We'll definitely get Uncle Luca out and my $47 million inheritance. So, people, wish everybody has a great night. Much love and respect. And then again, my condolences goes out to the Kaiser family. So everybody, Anna, would you say, Dom, what was the name of the strip club? Sue's Rendezvous. Sue's Rendezvous in Mount Vernon. I meant Robert Berry. Okay, Ryan says, I mean Robert Borriello, you know, the guy who turned to Christian. He was an associate of the Gambino. His name before he was in the witness protection was Robert Angel. He changed it to... No, I don't know. I probably know him if I see him, but I don't know him then. Sorry. Pete Bryan, Florida is a vacation land, even when working. Well, not at this house. I still have all my gym clothes from early today. Didn't stop. So York says, I have some very serious questions for Anna, but I'll refrain for now. Not my business. Well, thank you, York. Thank you. Anna's a wonderful woman. I'm not even going to go into it, but it's sad. It's sad. Everything she did for that little scum bucket, it's sad. And even I could tell you firsthand. When I first met her, he's telling me, oh, that's my girl, like insinuating, and wasn't even nowhere near that. Timothy O'Reilly, thank you for the contribution. Timothy says, hit the like button. People, you want me to stay on? Hit the like button. Give me some likes. I have 445 people here, only 140 likes. You want me on for another 20 minutes? Hit that like button. Otherwise, I'm out. Camilla, good to see you. Ashley D, what's up? I danced at Sue's back in 2004, 2003, 2004. Then I have to know you, Ashley. I definitely have to know you, because I used to rock over there. Those are my years, from 2001 to 2000 to actually the end of 04. I have to know you. Actually, were you there when Evelyn was there? So, and listen, there was nights we would bring over half a dozen girls to my house. So we closed down the place. Everybody would come, and we just have just a wild time. Good time, though. A lot of laughs, drinking, hanging out. You know, at that time, my daughter's mother left. So I had a 3-floor house, empty, 3 floors. And we had fun. I had fun. That's for sure. Dom, TikTok Live. Cynthia, not tonight. My phone's dying. Tomorrow we'll be on TikTok. But thank you, Cynthia. Love you for that. Always looking out. OMG, another great idea. This is from Sonny. Once we're flying high. People, I want those likes up. What did I say? I don't get 200 likes in by the time I'm done with these few. That's it. We're done. Another OMG, great idea. Once we're flying high, Crypto World Amusement Park must have OCN. There you go. We'll have the moonshot. There you go. Ashley says it was a lot of rappers. Yeah, you had the rappers there. You had the Albanians there too. Fat Joe would go once in a while in my time. Dom, do you give lap dances? Oh, you got jokes, Cynthia, huh? Only when I have drinks, I'll give the girls a lap dance. Just joking. No, I wasn't big into the lap dances. I put the money on the table, hanging out. And folks, when I went into these establishments, I'm in the VIP section. I'll get 2 bottles. And then the girls come around. Hey, would you like a dance? No, that's not for me. And if you want, have a drink. And 90% of the times, the girl's like, oh my God, he's not groping on me. Oh my God. And that intrigues them more. And even at the Penthouse Club, I mean, every time Vinny would come to my house the next day, I'm out. Dom, what the hell? What do you have going on here? Like, what is it? Vinny, I'm single. Like, really? I'm single. You're not going to tell me. And then I go to Ernie. I'm telling Ernie how things going. I hear you hitting it up out there. I said, yeah, I'm enjoying myself. He said, all right, good, good. You deserve it. I said, yeah, Vinny got upset like so many girls. Him get upset. All the girls he's been with, and he would go into it. We'd laugh. And then with the cars, we'd laugh. And Ernie's like big, like you hear him, oh, all right, comfy. Just tell him, don't worry about himself. And I had a lot of fun. These are memories that you cherish. But it was a crazy life. Definitely crazy. Frank says, Big Dom, didn't Sammy whack his gay lover who was his brother-in-law? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to put that label on somebody, but I know he was crazy. He was out there, that's for sure. Dean Smith, you can never do the content like Sammy. You just do or say the shit every episode. Okay, thank you. You know what? I'm glad I can't do stuff like Sammy. It's an honor. Thank you for the compliment. Because anybody who does shit like Sammy, it's not quality. So thank you for that comment, Dean. Ryan, did the Bananos, when you was there, have a relationship with any drug cartels, so-called dangerous? Well, we had the Canadian, the Rizzuto family, who was the Bananos at that time. They were bringing down drugs. At the ecstasy, I was giving it to the Albanians. They were pushing it. I wasn't dealing coke or heroin at that time anymore. So back in my days, yes, we were dealing with a lot of different organizations, pushing a lot of kilos of coke. That's for sure. Frank said, did Gotti's adopted son, Louis Katzman, says Sammy whacked his brother-in-law? Yes, I don't know. I know Sammy killed his brother-in-law, but gay lover stuff, I don't know. Joe says, Jody, Dom, Anna, and chat, thank you, and have a good night. You too, God bless. Much love and respect to your family, and thank you for coming on. It's really a true pleasure. Thank you. Anthony says, wise guy, it's well known to watch Diane Sawyer interview. Okay. Giles, Dom, I hit the like button when I got here. Thank you, folks. Can I have 200 likes, please? Give me 200 likes before. It's 5 more. 5 more, people. Even if you hate me, hit that like button. Nobody will see you. Don't worry. 6 more likes. No, 3 more, Anna. We're down to 3. So, what he done to Anna? Oh, we can't tell you right now. 202. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Much love and respect for that. I like my likes. Lee Montoya, only 44 likes. What's up, people? Lee, where'd that come from? Damn, were you drinking EG? So, anyway, Dom, what's your body count? It's 3. 3. And that's it. So, not proud of it, but 205 on my end. You got it, Cynthia. I got 214 on my end. So, there. What's his baller? I always thought it was a weekend at Bernie's type deal over there. The guy looks like he has 103. I have no idea what you're talking about. 77 the truth. 418 watching. Yeah, we up here today. We up here. They want to hear about Sammy Gravano. So the gremlin coming out. So where do Vito? You know what? For those of you who missed it, I'm going to play this again. We're going to play it again so everybody hears what Sammy's about. What Sammy's about. Here we go.
Fighter S.J. Petty. This is a story that she told me.
Oh, sorry. Hit the wrong button, folks.
Fighter S.J. Petty. This is a story that she told me about Sammy the Bull Gravano.
I did talk to an old friend of Sammy Gravano's, a guy who was in his teenage gang in Bensonhurst. The gang was called the Rampers. And he told me a really chilling story that was never reported, but I believe it because he witnessed it. He said that when he was 15, he's part of this gang, and Sammy decided to beat up a guy. They all beat him into the ground, kicking him in the head. He whipped him, and then Sammy urinated in his mouth. It wasn't enough to rip the man, or the kid. He had to urinate in his mouth. That's pretty bad. It was a story that stayed with me for years. This is a teenager. This is when these guys were 15-year-olds in Bensonhurst. And my source, that's why my source moved away.
Writer S.J. Petty.
And that's sick. That's sick. So Sammy effed the guy in the butt and then urinated on him. A kid, when they were kids. So this is a guy who's always been torn, demented. Then he wants to talk about P. Diddy. So he's a lot worse in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there anymore. But I feel for these reporters that look up to Sammy. Like he's this all be told type of guy. It's crazy. Religiously watched a bunch of mob channels, Mafia Roundtables, top tier. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Anna says, yes, the name mentioned Garafello's daughter. The name was Jack Russo. Okay. Okay. Anna says, JJ, what's that? Lamson's Cloudy Production, the Mafia story was what the name was, the reporter who interviewed that talked about the stuff in the Ramptors. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Dom does have the best show on YouTube. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. Sonny says, not only disgusting, but freaking hideous. Yep. He's evil. That's pure evil. Sammy's definitely pure evil. Roxanne, that's why the kids emulated his stupid ways. I can't speak of sex part, but getting the knock-around neighborhood kids to do the dirty work. Yep, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. Umbrella Man Sammy, that's what we have. That's another one for your scars. Umbrella Man Sammy. So Michael, RJ, if you're watching this, Umbrella Man Sammy. You heard it first here on Mafia Roundtable. Joseph G. Dom, how did you become a captain? I became a captain quick through the ranks. I was close with Vinny every single day. I became his acting captain right away. He knew how I acted. I was supposed to be straightened out about 3 years prior, but I wasn't because Michael Mancuso went and told that I just got out for a drug conviction. There was a moratorium. But to me, it doesn't matter. I moved up through the ranks. I conducted myself properly. And then after Tony Green got arrested, Vinny took control. Joe Messino elevated me to an official captain, and they loaded my guys up. They loaded me up with guys galore. I had 27 made guys in my crew, a lot of killers, a lot of money makers, and I made money for the family with them. I was an earner. I was a killer, and I just did it all. I was fair with my guys that couldn't make money. I helped them to earn money, to make money, and that's what it's about, growing, building. Vincent says, Captain of God's Army, Michael. Yes, he is. That's where he is now. So great guy, wonderful guy, and he deserves a lot of respect. He came a long way, sharp guy. So I can't wait to do our interview together. Maybe I'm going to speak to him. Maybe we can do a meet and greet with his people, just for him, for his show, for his people. I would love to do that while I'm out there. I'll be out in LA for 4 days, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kurt, I didn't need to hear this about this snitch Gravano, but the guy is lower than low, worse than Diddy. Listen, I feel that too. I feel that too. That's why I'm putting it out there. But you know what, Kurt? It's sad that these reporters look up to him like he's the all told, be told type of guy. And that's where it's sick. That's where it's sick. Everybody praises him. He's a legend. Can't take that away. He's a legend. That infamous picture of him carrying John Gotti's umbrella. Infamous. So he is a legend. Joseph G. Wow, thanks. You must have felt invincible on the streets. How did you feel? A lot of guys can't handle that power. You know what, Joseph? Great question. I felt invincible without guys. I was secure with myself. That's why Vinny said all you need is a handful of good guys, and that's it. Listen, I had 27 guys. I would say maybe 12 of them with dead weight. Dead weight. So it's just more stressful. Then when the guys went to jail, I had about 5 guys in jail. They got locked up. Sent them all $500 a month in their commissary. Even Joe Torre, one of the guys, and he sent word. He's like, Dom, they call me a SIS. They're like, who's this guy sending you 500 every month? And, you know, it's just, I did the right thing. Ashley, again, you did and incarcerate. You and Incarcerated Bob would do a good on this platform. He's big on X. I'm going to check him out. Thank you, Ashley. You're another, somebody just said that before. I have to check him out. Cynthia, could you please do me a favor, check him out and let us know? And because I have a meeting tomorrow with Lee and with Benny. So, Big Dom, become born again to make a fortune like Mike. You know what? I'm not a hypocrite. I was born again. I became religious again in prison. I stopped going to church. Once in a while I'll go. A few weeks ago we went. But I don't need to be a hypocrite with people. If I'm going to do something, I do it for myself, not to put it out there. If I was doing it continuously the way Michael is, then yes, I would put it out there, talk about God. Michael's very much into it. I'm not. At one time when I was in jail, I was reading scripture and everything. But, I still believe, I still pray. And I pray every day that God just gives me the strength to be a law-abiding citizen and not do anything wrong against people that wrong me in life. So with that, folks, we're going to wrap it up. We're going into an hour now. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the love tonight. Much respect. Tomorrow, it's either I'm doing it from Jensen Beach or live in the car, live at 5. We'll talk about the day. We'll talk some more about the Mafia. So think about whatever questions you may have that you didn't get in or I didn't see. Ask me tomorrow and we'll talk about it. Everybody have a great night. Pat, thank you. Frank S. Big Arms, good night. Camilla, Wise Guy, good night. Anna, much love and respect, good night. The Hotspot, good night. Dom, you're so close to me. Well, hit me up. Hit me up. That's right. I'm in Orlando. So if I'm close, then we could hook up. We can meet up. Cynthia, Lee Montoya, Ron John, what's up? Good to see you from Canada. Ryan Brown, who we hitting this quick. Paulie G, good night. Joseph, Anna again. Just Bots, Wise Guy, 777 The Truth, All-Star, good night. Lisa O'Reilly, have a good night. JJ, good night. And my young lady who is on here from Sue's, have a good night. Much respect. Golf, good night. Peace out, everybody. See everybody tomorrow night. Have a wonderful evening. Ashley, there you go. Ashley, thank you. Much love and respect. Hope to see you on more often. Peace out, everybody.